All right. Thank you so much, Sreenidhi, for joining. My name is Kailash, and I represent Veenadhari Institute of Music and Fine Arts. We are based out of Bangalore. So we have initiated this new program called Kala Conversations, where we talk the winners from various segments, and then you are a part of the conversation because you have won the first prize in Bharatanatyam. So that's what is the context here. And without wasting any time, just give me a brief about who you are, where are you from, where do you currently stay? You can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, thank you for having me. This is a great opportunity. My name is Sreenidhi Nandeesh, and I've been dancing since I was the age of 5. I used to dance in my hallways, listen to Bollywood music. I used to dance. I go to Chitra Ramaswamy in New Jersey, Sanskriti School of Dance. That's where I learned dance, and that's where I've been learning dance since the beginning. I love to dance because it's such a free passion, and you don't have to think in it. You just feel with your emotion and you dance. I have performed in various competitions such as NJNS, Cleveland Tyagaraja, Veenadari, and much more. And I've enjoyed all of these competitions I've been in. I've also danced in various temples, such as Sri Balaji Temple, and even in India, I've danced many times.
Awesome. So, what made you choose this art form? So, I'm sure there are a lot of other art forms when it comes to talent or culture or in Indian music and dance. So, what made you choose Bharatanatyam?
Um, I chose Bharatanatyam mainly because my mom, she encouraged me to do it. She's been wanting to dance since she's a child as well, and I wanted to continue her passion as well. She's like my structure for my Bharatanatyam dance. She's been helping me with my adavus, my abhinaya. She helps me practice every single time, and this is the reason why I chose Bharatanatyam. I'm continuing her dreams.
Super. So just getting a little personal here, and for example, right? So if I sing, it gives me a real good feeling of maybe accomplishment or maybe that satisfaction, maybe that calmness. So what happens with you when you dance? What kind of feeling what kind of feeling is indulging, or what kind of feeling is that?
This is actually a question I've been asked before, and many people expect me to answer like, "Oh, I'm really happy when I dance," or "I like to look at the audience and they're like smiling back at me." But that's not what I say. I feel what my character, like the role that I'm playing, feels. For example, I played Krishna in the Kalinga Nartana, and he's dancing on top of the Kalinga snake. So you have to play that role. That's what I do. I feel like Krishna dancing on the Kalinga snake. Or if I'm sad, I feel sad when I'm dancing. That's how I get my abhinaya out and I can express different emotions to the audience.
So what do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy the abhinaya part the most of Bharatanatyam because it's so delicate and you can express so many stories and legends through it.
Any particular reason that you like apart from what you said, or is it just that you really enjoy doing that?
Yeah, I really enjoy doing that, and it's probably because like whenever I dance, I know these stories. My dad has sat down with me and like told me these different stories. And so when I dance in Bharatanatyam, it helps me like push them out, and I really like that feeling.
Okay. So tell me about your favorite song that you can dance for me. There are a lot of numbers I'm sure you will have in mind, maybe one or two being your favorite. So given a choice, right? So what is your song that you want to dance for and why?
I would really like to dance to the Andal Kauthum. I mean, I've already have, but it's such a beautiful song. The
Hmm.
woman singing in it is like it's really delicate and soft. It expresses how Andal is like longing for the devotion of Krishna. She's so devoted. She makes a garland for him and everything. And I really like that because it can connect with the audience. That's what I like a lot.
I'm sure you would have practiced a lot, right? So what time of the day do you usually practice? Is there a certain time of the day that you practice, or just happens, or just give me a brief about your daily routine?
My daily routine usually happens in the evening. So like I take a nap before that. So like I'm fully energized to dance because if you're like lazy and you're sleepy and all, you won't be able to dance good. I also, during my practice sessions, I set 10 minutes aside just for warm up. That's really important because you won't be able to do your Aramandi or your Swastikam properly. And then I also go in front of the mirror and practice my emotions properly.
I think you're 11 years old, right? So I clearly remember you said you've been dancing since the age of 6. Is that right? Or
Yes, yes.
okay, what is the most difficult part when you dance or when you practice?
When I dance or practice, it's how to get my Aramandi or my Swastikam perfect because I know that I can express those emotions properly. But when I'm dancing, I get tired sometimes and I just feel like sitting down. But to get through those, that's what warm-ups are for. Although many people might think, oh, warm-ups are just like, it's fine if we don't do them. They're not. You need to do them in order to get that perfect like Aramandi and like Swastikam.
Well, my next question was how do you overcome that? I think you've already answered that. So just give me a brief about, explain, maybe double click about how do you overcome, such difficult moments or any challenges that you have, maybe while dancing or maybe while practicing.
Um, there's not really any difficult moments, but there are times when for the NJNS I have lost many competitions and I used to cry a lot because I was like, oh, I've won so many, I put my time into it, put my work into it. So when my dad sat down with me and he said, like, these are stepping stones for success, and they really were. So overcoming challenges like that is the best because you get to learn from your previous self. You get to see what you did wrong, how you can fix, and you can move on.
Can you give me some more examples? Maybe go ahead.
Yeah, like I was saying, the first year that I had lost any competition was I think NJNS this year. So I'd lost and I was like so sad. I was crying and everything. And I just decided of like giving up dance. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. But there was the next competition called the Cleveland Tyagaraja Festival. It's a really big festival. It's the Aradhana, it's everything. Like everyone comes from different places, California, everywhere. And I was like, oh, how can I win this? I couldn't even win NJNS. But these are the kind of challenges that you have to face if you want to achieve greater things. So you have to like learn from yourself. You have to look at your video. What did you do wrong? Like, can I fix something? Can I do more, Aramandi? And that pushed me farther. I won first place in the Cleveland Tyagaraja Festival because I learned from my mistakes and I learned from my challenges and I grew from it.
What motivates you the most to dance? Is there somebody who really, as a personality, maybe from your family or friends, or do you have an icon that you keep in mind? What
Yeah,
motivates you? Just to elaborate, just give us a very brief answer to this. One, what motivates you? And motivation can be of any kind, a person or a film or a song or a dance itself. So just give us what motivates you with an example.
I think there's two things that motivate me the most. First is my parents because they help me through every single challenge that I face. They help me practice, and I've seen them overcome some challenges and I learn from them. Second is like the God itself. Like I'm such like I really like respect him. I want to like respect them. I want to like continue their stories, their legends. And I think those are the two main things that like motivate me the most.
What is the most important thing that your teacher has taught?
The most important thing that my teacher has taught has been in my mind since the beginning because this is so important and I feel like every dancer should know this. She said it's not about winning the prize, it's about how you can grow from it and how you can like be better next time. And I think that's very right because if you keep winning prizes, okay, you won, that's great for then and there, but you're not going to learn from it. You're not going to see how to fix something or become better, the better version of yourself. And I think that's very true because it helped me a lot when she said that.
Well, just going about with the competitions, I'm sure you would have participated in more competitions or a lot of competitions to be very straightforward. So, what role will the competitions play in your life?
I want to continue dance for like a long time. I want to continue it till like I'm an old person. So competitions, they play a very small role in my life because Dance, Bharatanatyam was not meant to be competing for each other, competing for the prize. Oh, who's better than each other? That's not what it was. It's supposed to be expressing your emotions, passing on the legends of the gods and respecting them, honoring them. So it still plays a role, but it's very small. The biggest part is helping others and helping myself be better than I was before.
Well, cutting the long story short, it's just that competitions will make you more sharper in terms of your experiences would be concerned, and the experiences itself will teach you a lot. Is that something that you said, or is there anything else apart from this?
Yeah, experiences will help you a lot. That's the biggest thing.
Okay, talking about experiences, right? So, how was your experience participating with Veenadhari Institute?
I loved participating with the Vienna Institute. It was really fun to like dance, and I would mess up a lot of times during the recording, but that was the fun part because you make mistakes and then you see like, oh, this is what I did wrong, and then it's really fun to like laugh with your family and you can see what you did. And I loved the practices and like all of that kind of stuff.
Is there an example that you can give? Maybe the recent ones?
Yeah, the first time we were recording, I was at the end of my dance. The dance was like 5 minutes long. I was at 4:40 seconds or something like that. And as soon as that happened, I stopped. I forgot. And I got so mad at myself and I started laughing at myself. I was like, I could have gotten it on the first try. Why didn't I just do it? And there's a kind of moments like that where you can think like you're not gonna get something on the first try. You have to work for it. You have to keep trying.
Yeah, I completely agree. So now that you've participated, you've won a prize. So just getting a little into the way you celebrate, right? So when your name was announced for the first time, or maybe this time, what went to your mind? What happened?
Um, I get a lot of lessons from my family saying, don't have a big ego. Just because you won the first thing doesn't mean you can win others. Doesn't mean you can stop practicing and you can win others. So that's the mindset I always keep in my mind whenever I win something. For example, I was watching my TV one day and my parents said, "Oh, come, let's watch the Vinadari results." And I was thinking in my mind, there's so many great dances. Why would I be the first place at any of them? I wasn't even expecting third. But when they like announced my name, I felt happiness. I was proud of myself. And you should be. That's how you can like if you're not proud of yourself, you don't know how far you've come already. But you also have to realize that that's not the only thing. You have to keep growing from that. Like, growing is the biggest part of dance. There's a lot more to growing, but like
Hmm.
that's one of the biggest part of dancing.
Agreed. So what does recognition mean to you in that case?
Like recognizing me like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, recognition means like, oh, they recognize me as first place. And that gives me the happiness that, oh, I did good in front of all of these people. Like, there's so many good dancers out there from different places, India, like America, everywhere. So it gives me happiness when they say, like, you're recognized for being first place in the Vinadari Institute competition.
Right. Let's get into some kind of, it's a different form right now. It's just the emotional connect with Sreenidhi and Bharatanatyam as an art form, right? What does Bharatanatyam mean to you personally? Yeah, you just gave us examples about how you feel and how you felt when your name was announced. All these things are a part of everybody's life. So if you talk about personal life, that emotional connect with Srinidhi and Bharatanatyam, what is that?
I think it's just that when I first started dance, I wasn't like this.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, this is so tiring. I don't want to do this. But that's the thing about passions. They grow over time.
Yeah.
As the more you practice them, the more you do them, you'll find that you love them more. And I find that devotion to God, especially. So like I'm always dancing in my kitchen or even when I'm sleeping, I just do the different hand movements. And I think that's like my really like biggest connection with dance, which is the God.
So that's I think the spiritual connect with you and the art form and God, right? So I think it's just that
Yeah.
the spiritual connect. So you're giving that spiritual connect with the dance form itself and with you. So that's basically emotional as well as the spiritual connect, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So let's get into let's give you a thinking cap now. So let's say if Bharatanatyam as an art form, turns into a human being. So, what kind of human being would Bharatanatyam be? What do you just imagine? Don't think too much. I'm sure this is something which you've thought, you might have thought. Uh, but just give me like what kind of a person is Bharatanatyam in your life? Can that be a friend or a relative or a very close friend, acquaintance, family member? Anything. It can be anything.
I think it would be one of my closest friends ever, like my best friend. It'd be hanging out with me all the time. And I think it would be like a very like delicate, kind of soft person. And it's very devoted to God. So yeah.
Okay. And let's say if you were on the stage, let's take you in, let's time travel now, right? So another 2 months or 3 months or whatever, you win a prestigious award, right? So you're on stage and you have your friends cheering up and then clapping for you. If you were to give them advices for people who have not learned that art form or do not know about this art form and would want to learn about this art form, what kind of advice do you give? So let's say if nobody know if your friends do not know about the art form itself.
The first piece of advice that I would give them is if you want to do it. The one, any other passion that you can think of, you can just do it. You don't need anything much for it, right? But Bharatanatyam, you need your full soul into it. I mean, even for singing and like Carnatic music and all of that, you need your full soul. You need your mind, you need your body, you need your heart, you need everything into it. So if you like decide like, oh, it'll just be like something I do for like part of my day or something, that can't be it. Bharatanatyam is something that it won't work unless you put your full effort into it. So if you're the kind of person that's gonna be like, oh, it's just like something I want to do for fun. Bharatanatyam is not for fun. It's about like showing the respect that the god deserves. And many people don't understand that.
Do you sing too?
Yeah, I sing. I'm currently going to classes, but I'm not professional yet. So
Okay. What kind of classes do you go? What kind of singing do you have taken up?
I've taken Carnatic
Wow.
style.
Any particular reason that you've taken that up as well? I mean, with the dance form.
Yeah, it's actually related to Bharatanatyam because I know that they do all of the adavus and like in Carnatic music. So I wanted to learn that and apply that and like merge Bharatanatyam and Carnatic music so I can be like a full-fledged dancer and singer.
Do you have anybody who's a role model or your favorite singer or a favorite song? Maybe can you sing for us?
I'm not that good yet, so like I can't sing that much yet, but
Yeah, that's okay. So anybody who's your role model in Carnatic music?
actually, yes, that's my own dance teacher itself because I've heard her sing and her voice is so beautiful. And as soon as I heard it the first time, I went up to her and asked her, "Are you a singer as well?" And she's like, "Yeah, I sing as well." And from that day, she's been my role model. Like whenever she sings, like the takitas and all of that during our dance classes, the adavus, I always think, oh, like what talam is this? Like, is this adi talam like that? And it just keeps going in my head. So.
So let's say I meet Srinidhi after maybe a couple of years. Where will I see Srinidhi after a couple of years?
This is kind of like a question where I would manifest a lot. Lots of people they'll put themselves down and say like, "Oh, I'm not going to be anywhere." That's not what you should be saying if you want to achieve something. If you want to achieve something, you need to think that you're already there. Now this might seem crazy, but it's like you have to literally imagine that you're already there. That's what I did for winning this Reenadari competition. When every night I used to go to sleep, I used to like imagine myself, "Oh, I've already won. I've already won." And that helps you. So if I want to keep thinking of myself like in a few years from now, I would imagine myself as a great dancer. I'm worldwide, I'm famous, I won many competitions, and I'm really devoted still. I'm not doing it for the money still. I'm doing it for God itself and the people.
Right. So talking about dreams, um, I'm sure, as an artist, you would have dreamt of a lot of things, what is your biggest dream?
My biggest dream is to start my own school in Bharatanatyam and maybe merge a little bit of the music into that, but I'm not sure about music yet because I'm still learning it. But I know that I want to take Bharatanatyam full way. I know like a lot of people they do their Arangetram and then they stop there. They forget about Bharatanatyam. That's not what I want to do. I want to continue my dance journey and I want my Arangetram to just be the beginning. This is like,
Mhm.
this is nothing. This is just the beginning, and I want to keep going on from there.
Srinidhi, another question. We're almost, closing this conversation. We're towards the last leg of the conversation. So, just give us one message. I'm sure the audience would be round the globe, right? So, one
Yeah.
message that Srinidhi wants to give the entire globe or people about what she thinks about. It can be anything. It's just not about dance form. It is just not about singing itself. So, one message that you would want to give, or let me
Mhm.
reframe the question. One message that Srinidhi wants to give to the entire world about the art form, or can be something else.
Okay. So the only message that I want to give to anybody out there that is planning to take any art form up is that you need passion for it. You do not do it because someone forced you to or your parents forced you to. That is not what art is about. Anything else in the world, you can think of anything, you can be forced to and you'll still do it. Math, you can write something and you'll learn and you'll do it. That's not how art is. I'm telling everyone there that you cannot be forced to do an art form. Art form, like art is supposed to be coming from you. So don't do it for the money. Don't do it because you want to be better than others. Don't do it because your parents forced you to. Do it because you want to be better. You want to learn and you have that devotion for God. That's the only message I have about dance. And that's the only thing that I've been following since I began dancing.
So, is there anything that you want to share apart from whatever we have asked?
Um, Not much because we covered everything. I just wanted to say again, like, don't give up. And that might sound like, oh, many people have already told me that. My parents have told me that. Don't give up. It's just something like you say to motivate your children or something. It's not. It's really not. Like, you have to believe me. It really works. And another thing is, like, to be better at something, you can also learn from others. Like you don't also have to learn just from yourself or from your teacher. That's like staying in like one arrow, like one like road. But you want to like shift a little bit. You want to see others. What are they doing? Why are they winning so many and I'm not? Like you can see what they're doing better. Like you can see their smile, their swastikam, their aramandi, like everything.
Right. Thank you so much, Srinidhi, for your time. And then we hope that you achieve all your dreams. And second thing is to have your own school. Somebody who is just 11 years will have the passion to have dancing in her life, and then has a dream of opening her own school. We would want to wish you great luck. Please do that. And
Thank you.
yes, so me on behalf of Veenadari will really wish you great luck, and then reach heights, and keep participating in competitions, keep winning them, make yourself a good name. So we are really honored to have you here today, and we wish you great luck once again,
Yeah,
Srinidhi.
thank you for having me here today as well. It was a really good opportunity.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm sure you've enjoyed this conversation as much as we enjoyed bringing the conversation to you, and you as a person for having this with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.